How do I sound? Do I sound okay?
I mean, quality-wise, yes. Your voice, terrible.
In general, your voice terrible.
It's pretty bad.
I respect
Don't want to have
that.
to be that friend, to be honest, but your voice is pretty bad.
It's honestly like that you can appreciate when you're watching an episode or listening to an episode of Beer Belly. So, I appreciate that. Do you happen to have your beer on you, sir?
No, I do not.
Me neither. I appreciate
right.
your honesty. Shall we grab it real quick?
Let's do it.
Let's get the show started in just a second. We'll be right back. John is having some bandana issues. Nah, he's back in there. All right.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get some chest.
Oh,
Chest
yeah.
going.
Absolutely.
It's for the viewers, Ivan.
Exactly. We have those who watch the video version. We are doing this for them. It's not for us.
It's for the viewers.
We are selfless individuals. You have to understand.
You'll appreciate it when I buy you a new car with my.
I thought you were going to say once we finish this episode, you'll appreciate it, or she will.
No, I'm banking on the success of this podcast to get her a car. So
you're probably going to be waiting a while for that. Don't hold your breath.
We didn't even say which one we were going to drink first.
I just grabbed this guy, actually, if that's all right, because it's slightly not as powerful.
Oh, I didn't even notice
Slightly. I forgot how strong they were. So for those of you that aren't watching the video version on Beer Belly Podcast on YouTube, we have the brewery Vermont Sticky Maple, an imperial stout aged in bourbon barrels with maple syrup and natural flavor added. We should have just had this for breakfast, essentially. I'm
so excited about this one, and it's a stout.
All right, so before we get started, if you look at my can, it is technically open. So my dad heard me because I went to the fridge and I read the percentages of both beers and I was like, oh my God, oh no. And my dad's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I was like, the beer we have to drink for the episode. He's like, what do you mean? Can I have a taste? And I was like, all right, I'll pop it open for you, but just don't drink too much because I have to drink it for the episode. He's like, all right. And so then I give him a drink. And immediately his reaction is he was immediately baffled.
That's not good. This looks like not maple syrup.
That said, he's not much of a stout guy, but I think just the thick flavors I'm assuming this thing has, along with it just being an imperial ass bourbon aged stout.
I did not pour my drink correctly.
Welcome to the big leagues, boy.
It looks like I'm drinking chocolate milk.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're doing right now. We're drinking a cold brew. Smells like one kind
of too. I love
that
you're drinking it from your younger.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, we wanted to just make sure for the video episodes, we give you guys a little idea of what the color looks like. So, Shrek it out.
Here's what the head looks like if you pour too fast.
So for anyone listening at home, this is an 11.3 bad boy by the brewery. Simple as that. That's the name of the company. I like that. They keep it simple. That's actually spelled, though, BRUERY. So thebrewery.com if you want. It even says ideal serving temp, 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius. So, they care.
Oh, it's Placencia. This is like a local brewery to us.
Yeah, we should definitely check it out sometime. Be like, we tried this shit and this is what we think. Or here's the episode. Enjoy.
Oh, my God.
Without further ado, my friend.
Don't make me do it.
We're doing it.
I don't want to.
Think.
All right.
I'm going to hit my camera. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Well, I will say this real quick, if I may. I can understand why my dad had the reaction he did. I'm salivating right now. But at the same time, that's one thing about this podcast we always talked about leading up to. We are getting our taste buds more acquainted with with different kinds of brew. It's not that dramatic anymore, which is nice.
Yep. I was about to say that. I drank and I'm like, I don't feel like that initial, what your dad had to.
Yeah, he literally, I think some came out of his nose when he drank it. The sound was ridiculous. And the look on his face was hilarious.
You know what?
Friend's beating herself up in the background on accident.
This is not bad.
Not bad. I can enjoy this. Nice.
I don't feel like anything's overpowering. I feel like it's just a really smooth, stout taste. I don't know if I get any maple syrup.
Yeah, I thought with the whole maple syrup verbiage, I really thought that it was going to come out thicker, but it's not that bad in comparison to other imperial stouts we've had on the show in the past, which is nice though. It's a warm welcome for sure.
It is not bad.
Yeah, not at all.
I think I might enjoy this.
So I did have one question just to get the ball rolling for this show, sir.
Don't ask. I'm drinking my beer. Ask me after the beer.
Okay. Actually, maybe I should wait to ask this question after the beer. I just want.
Now I want to know the question. All right. Let me ask you a question.
Please go ahead. Remind me to ask you a question after you ask me this question.
After my question.
Once we're done with the beer.
I'm going to get the ball rolling for you. I know you got a lot to say.
Get me nice and lubed up.
So, the Nintendo 64.
Nice.
No, I'm playing. So you got the PS5.
I was going to say, the most relevant topic on the day the PS5 launches. Nice. I was going to talk shit, but I was still going to answer the question, though. I promise you that.
Those new strats for Mario 64.
Well, you know what? You joke, but we both know there's probably ever-growing strats to the speedrunning version of that game, you know?
I mean, I was watching speedruns of that game, 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember when the record was like 149, and I think now it's like 138 or some shit like that. So people are always finding ways.
138 minutes to beat the whole game?
No, 1 hour and 49 minutes.
Oh, I see. Oh, my God. Jesus.
And they shaved it down by 10 minutes in like the last 7 years.
Wow. And there's savages like
crazy.
Me, uncultured swine who haven't even gotten all 120 stars yet.
You are an awful, terrible person.
Yeah. It's one thing because I grew up loving that game as a kid. Like when I got my N64, that was the first game I ever got, and I was super hyped for it. And I still love that game, but yeah, I'm an uncultured piece of shit. What can I say? I'm a terrible human being.
You know what? You lost PS5 privileges. Give it to me.
Damn. All right, fair enough.
It's mine now.
What was your question?
How is it?
Oh, it's gorgeous. I'll say that.
Compared to the PS4, is it like at least the interface? Is it drastically different, or is it basically the same?
Not drastically different, but it is different enough. Like you're someone that has like a smart TV, and you also have your PS4, which has a whole bunch of apps on it that you can use to either game or stream with. Pretty much the same, just a little more streamlined, slightly more user friendly. Maybe someone else who's had more time with the console can tell me. If anything, contact us at BeerBellyPod on Instagram or Twitter. Give me the heads up, because one thing I've noticed is that with the previous generation consoles, and even the generation before that, if you hold down the home button on the controller, it'll give you the option to turn off the console. And I'm not getting that. Like I have to, it comes up with a bunch of different prompts, and the power down option is like all the way to the right when you're doing it. So I was like, that's really interesting. I wonder why they made it like not so easy. I don't know. I mean, like, first world problem. You have to scroll all the way to the side to get to the power option. But I just thought that was an interesting choice, as opposed to just like either power option, I don't know, volume control and home. I don't know, just something like that. But it seems as though the power off option was a second thought. I don't know.
Okay.
But still, that said, so one critique I have about the console, it's fucking enormous.
It looked enormous. Fuck yeah, it did.
It is. Okay, so I got the box.
Big? Tell me when to stop, bro.
You're not going to fit it in the screen.
No. Let's go. No.
It's probably as tall as your torso. Like the bottom of your stomach to your neck, to your collarbone. It's gigantic. It's bigger than the Xbox One, like by leaps and bounds.
Right?
He's running out of space. Yeah, dude, it's. I'm gonna put it this way. I was telling Sin this earlier. They are going to have to make a slim version really soon. And part of me wonders, did they make the first iteration of this console so ginormous just to really sell the slim version like hotcakes when it eventually comes out? Because they're going to cut that fucker in at least half. by the time
it's so huge.
it's really big. Like, let me show you the box that it came in. How about that? I'll be right back.
Let me see the box. Let's see it.
So
Pull that box.
here's AJ for comparison, and then to scale. No more AJ. It's
Jesus Christ.
yeah, it's pretty big. So it's a big.
How heavy was that bad boy? When like brand new?
I would say like at least 20 pounds.
Oh.
It's a toddler.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if you've seen the videos, but I know with the Xbox, the fan is so strong that there's like the little ping pongs that they have floating over.
I didn't see that.
You haven't seen that?
It can hover ping pong balls?
Yeah, at least one, because the fan is so strong. I was wondering if you can do the same with the...
I don't think so, because the one thing, the major difference in the ventilation between the consoles is, as you've seen from the Xbox Series X, the ventilation's all centered, it's all like on the very top, but it's like throughout the console, from my understanding, on the PS5, so can't really do it. But I doubt it anyway. But it is pretty quiet though. I haven't heard any like whirring or anything like that. I haven't heard any like crazy blowing of the fan, which is something that the PS4 was kind of known for.
But console's loud.
Right. But no. I mean, it's a quiet console though. I've heard that the Xbox Series X is super quiet. Other than sometimes if you put it on a hard surface like wood, your Series X, apparently when you
hear the vibrations,
you'll hear like the little startup like, and then all of a sudden it'll jolt and it'll have like a little like kind of sound to it.
A nice little wake up bell.
A nice little wake up fart, yeah, for the people. Like, welcome to Xbox.
It's like when you're getting right out of bed and you just kind of turn the cheek over. And you're like, ooh. That's what your Xbox does?
That's me when I'm driving my car and I just lift myself up a little bit. I just do like a little car limbo just for a second.
Sometimes you shouldn't lift and see where the gas comes out from. What crevice of
that is what I'm wondering, right? Is it going to go through the gooch and then go up past the whole the love sack, or is it going to go up the back and then all of a sudden it's stuck behind you?
It might creep through the side too.
It could creep through the side. That's an interesting thing. Oh man, I'm thinking of all the episode names now. This is going to be fun. I was just going for I was thinking clickbait titles like PS5 day one, but no, the side Beto.
The side Beto. The fans will know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is really good.
I'm not hating. I still have some more to pour in this bad boy too, so I think I'm going to do that. I have like a good like third of the glass, but I might as well top it off. But I'm enjoying it, and oh my god, it's just so thick. It looks like oil. It looks like I'm pouring oil from an oil can right now.
Well, crazy. I am a car running on empty, and I need some of that oil.
Right. Top me off, coach. That said, so what flavors are you getting from this? You mentioned that you're noticing like kind of like a lack of maple syrup, which I'm personally grateful for. What about you?
I don't even feel like I'm getting a lot of the cocoa taste, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Or the coffee taste that you generally taste from a stout.
Yes, agreed. Like it's there, but not as prominent as other beers we've had in the past.
It's like when you drink an IPA and you just taste the hops.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm getting that with this stout. I'm not getting like that coffee taste.
Oh,
at least again, not. It's not punching you in the face. It's pretty subtle. I think that all of the flavors are like on par with each other, but at the same time, I'm not getting a lot of different flavors.
Right.
That's the weird part about it. Are you? I mean, I'm not getting. I thought it was going to be sweet, and I'm not getting any sweetness from this.
I'm getting a little sweetness at the end. Like once I sip it, one thing I appreciate about this one is that I'm getting a little bit of like a carbonation, like right at the tip of my tongue when I'm drinking it. But then once it settles and goes down my gullet and all, then that's when I get like more of a thickness wave. And then all of a sudden I'm getting a little sweetness at the aftertaste. Thickness wave.
That's the name of our next album.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's the name of our genre. Thickness wave.
Thickness wave.
I'm thinking, John, we gain like an extra 50 pounds, and that will be our genre. Thickness wave.
I like
yes.
That. They already kind of did that in It's Always Sunny, but it's all right.
Oh, really?
Well, just what's his name got really fat. Mac.
Right. Yes.
And then unbelievably shredded.
Rob McElhenney. I can't believe he was willing to do that. Jesus Christ.
But like you said, all the money in the world, personal trainer, chefs. Like, have you seen
Yeah.
his videos on YouTube, his interviews?
No. Well,
They're really funny.
the only ones I've seen where like he has like talked about it in depth as far as the process of gaining it and then losing it again was on a podcast that I like to listen to. And it was a great episode, by the way, because like you could tell like he and the host have like a major like bromance and mad respect for each other. So it was really fun in general.
Who's the
But no,
host?
what episode? What's that?
Who's the host?
Dex Shepard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he has that podcast called Armchair Expert, and so I listen to that weekly. And this is like a year ago when they did that episode, but it was really fun. But what have they talked about in the interviews you've seen?
Well, it's one of those like Google asks, and then he'll like
Yeah.
see the question and he'll answer it.
Yes.
And then he basically said that it's unbelievably easy when you have all the money in the world and a personal chef and a personal trainer,
right,
and doctors who can constantly track you.
Yeah, at that point, all you have to do is fucking open your mouth and eat. You know what I mean?
I love that he's like unbelievably honest about it. Usually you just hear, hard work, dedication. That's usually what you hear from celebrities. And this guy's just like, well, when you got all the money in the world, then it's your job. It's not that hard.
I mean, I appreciate him being real about that. Whereas, like you said, the dedication, I had to become someone else in order to do this to myself. When really it's like, nah, dude. By the way, I have a really big point to make. Oh, there we go.
Nice. I think I can beat that.
I'm sure you can.
I'm gonna make it a mission.
It had a little bit of volume, but not enough girth to back it up. You know what I mean?
That's what she said about you.
Yeah, it was more of a shower, but there wasn't much to show once it was out in the wild. You know what I mean?
AJ, I have to ask, are you wearing a bra? That has been so distracting, and I'm like, is this a part of his shirt? Did he try on his first sports bra?
I was wondering when you were gonna ask. Yes, it's a bra.
No, I noticed it. I didn't want to be the rude host.
Oh, I appreciate that. No, you're good. No, Sin threw it at me, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wear it then for the episode. That's just gonna be that's what's gonna happen today.
Now you're gonna have to put the adult disclaimer on it.
I know, right? Absolutely. Hey, you know what? There is nothing wrong with someone wearing a bra, okay?
And now your curls look less curled
without it. Oh my god. So we're not quite done with the beer. I don't know if I should get to my question yet. I'll wait.
Okay. So I'm not done asking you the questions.
Please, talk to me.
How are the load times?
As far as I've seen, great. I can't complain. So the only game I've really put real time into was Demon's Souls, the remake. So originally it was a PS3 launch title. And so
PS3?
Yeah, Demon's Souls. So that's what started like the whole Dark Souls and Bloodborne like series of games.
Okay.
And this one company that developed the remake is called Blue Point. They're the same people that did the remaster of Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, okay.
That really fucking pretty version of it. It's like
the 3D. Oh, or was this PS4?
Good question. So this is so the 3D one that you're talking about was on PS3 where they made it like 3D possible. But no,
right.
But then
we
they
did it.
Actually, yeah, and it looked great on your dad's TV too, by the way. But no. But then on the PS4, Blue Point Studios remade it like from the ground up, and it's fucking gorgeous. And they pretty much did the same thing with Demon's Souls and refined it, and it's gorgeous. It's a crazy good game, crazy good looking game. But yeah, load times are really nice between jumping from the hub world, which is where like you level up, you get your stats, you buy new weapons, and then you jump to different levels in the world, different areas. And then that's when you actually, so I'll put it to you this way. So there's a hub world. Like I said, you do your upgrades, you level up, you spend your experience points on leveling up and such. And then you go out to different worlds in the game and then fight throughout them and try to unlock the puzzles and stuff and expand and explore further in these levels. And typically on like the Xbox 360, on the Xbox One and PS4, last generation and the generation before that, I'll put it that way, there are load times between the hub world to the actual levels that you're going to fight. And this, it's basically non-existent.
Crazy.
Yes. And to think that it's running at a solid 60 frames per second minimum and it looks as good as it does is it speaks to how good the hardware is, which is nice. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
PlayStation completely off. You're turning it on, starting your game. How long are you waiting to play that game? 30 seconds, 4 minutes.
I'll say it this
seconds.
way. So my TV, once it senses that a console is turned on, it's as soon as the TV boots up, the game's running.
It's instant.
Pretty quick. I would say 5 seconds.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Continue.
Nice. No. I was going to say the only time I noticed stuttering within the game, I don't think it was the game's fault. I think it was the console, because I was downloading I put in the download queue about 5 games because and so I think once it was downloading a significant portion of another game while I was playing Demon's Souls, that's when I was noticing some chugging for about 15 seconds or so. Every once in a while the character would stutter a little bit, but that's about it. But at the same time, that also brings me to what I really appreciate about this now current gen, with next gen is now current gen and all that. So with my PlayStation Network account, every game I've ever owned on my PlayStation 4, I mean, at least if it was a digital title, I can just download it to my console. Like
MVCI?
MVCI. Well, I own a hard copy of that, but at the same time, I think I can put the disc in and then just play it, if I'm not mistaken.
So you haven't tested out the load times on that bad boy?
Not for that yet, but I did watch.
But it's always been good on PS4.
Yeah, PlayStation knew how to utilize it well. But I saw a comparison on Xbox Series X recently, and yeah, the load time was this character select screen. It at least has to show this team versus this team, and then all of a sudden you're in the match, and then it's counting down to the match starting. So I mean, Xbox Series X is notably faster of a processor compared to the PlayStation 5, but by maybe 5 seconds or so, from what I've seen anyway.
Okay.
So the Series X is a more powerful console, but at the same time, the launch titles are kind of non-existent right now.
It's not always about the more powerful console, at least not when it's launched.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I mean, it would have been had they had a nice library to launch with, but otherwise it's just hey, all those current gen games that you love and all that, well, they're about to become last gen, but they'll play really good, which is nice, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's well, at least with my PS5, I can buy a new game that I'm hyped for, like Demon's Souls, like Spider-Man, PS5, Miles Morales, and all that. So at least those 2 games made the purchase. I'll put it this way: it tipped the scale of my decision. And I've definitely been more of an Xbox guy over the past 10, 15 years.
Well,
easily.
When we were hanging out the other day, we were all PS5 was the good choice, and it's just crazy to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I've never really been dissatisfied with the PlayStation console I've owned, and I've owned every console that's ever been released for PlayStation, but I think just because, I mean, I fell in love with Halo when I was young, so therefore for whatever reason, for that reason, I think Xbox will always have a special place in my gaming library.
Oh, I plan to buy that console when Halo comes out.
Oh, for sure. That's going to be the console that will bring us all together as friends gaming again together.
Hopefully become frenemies.
Yes, I think that'll be the case. But yeah, long story short, the PS5 is a dream. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait till newer games come out. Until then, another thing, I'll just put it this way. To anyone who doesn't own a PS5 yet but is looking for one, obviously Sony and Microsoft, they've been tweeting saying, hey, we're going to get more out on the market as soon as we can. We'll keep you updated on what retailers happen to get them. But one thing I appreciate is that with a PlayStation Plus account, you get monthly games for free. Same thing with Xbox Live Gold. But in getting the console today, I think I downloaded 3 or 4 AAA games for free, just right off the bat. So the only time I had to wait to do anything was when I was installing new games. And so, for instance, at one point I was waiting for some games to install, and so I played Tekken 7 for 15 minutes in training mode, just figuring out combos and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's been a good day.
That rolls over to another subject. I actually have 2 that you reminded me about. So I'll start with this one. Did you hear or see that Michael B. Jordan advertised the PS5?
I did. And I also saw that he talked about Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Specifically 2.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. Freaking awesome.
Let's just do a remastered version. Let's just add some new characters. Good to go. And I've been watching people play that game. I think it's still the better game than Marvel 3. Marvel 3 is still
crazy.
I think 3 is still my favorite, like at least to play, but to watch. Marvel 2 is hype.
Don't get me wrong. But and I love certain combos about Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but something about Marvel 3 and just the combo capability and the team synergy that goes into that game, I think I just love more about it.
You would be surprised with Marvel 2. The thing with Marvel 2 is by the time we got into it, we were only seeing people pick the top 6 characters.
Yeah.
So you never got to really see the variety. But there is, trust me, variety and fun team combos, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, Marvel 3 is it's Marvel 3. I definitely think you have a lot more to combo with and more character. Like you see more characters. Marvel 2 was like the top 4, which is what Cable, Magneto, Storm, and Sentinel.
No, yeah.
And then like the 2 goddesses, which were Captain Commando and Psylocke.
Yes.
But at least Marvel 3, there's our Ryan LV team. There's I Heart Justice. There are top players are using different teams,
right, and using the characters so differently too, which is one thing I really appreciate as well. But that can go for a lot of fighting games. Like no one player doesn't has to play the same character, the same style either. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
that's what's pretty
I play
fun.
With my Magneto just like every other Magneto.
Well, I will say that you're pretty good at varying your style given the situation. Like if you want to get in that ass, then you're going to get in that ass. If you realize, oh shit, I need to back away, you'll back away and spam beam, spam projectile, disruptor, all that stuff. You know
magnetic
what I mean?
Blast. Fucking love that game. I take back my statement. Marvel 3 is the better game. Don't at me.
Because we get real voice acting from Magneto in that game. It's awesome.
I was questioning my faith, and you brought me back.
Good. Come back, my son. We welcome you. You're come.
Yeah.
but no. But let's go back to Marvel 2 because you said something I did not even consider. So again, those of you who grew up in the arcades and such, or maybe you're a little younger, I still imagine you understand, at least a little bit understand the lineage of that is Marvel versus Capcom 2. I mean, Marvel versus Capcom 1. What's it called? Age of New Heroes?
Yeah.
That was a great. Right? Yes, that was a great game, but Marvel 2 just evolved that idea tenfold, a billionfold, and then Marvel 3 is its own other beast, of course.
Two different games.
Yeah, 2 very different games, just with the same title, kind of, and similar ideas, I guess, kind of.
Well, yeah.
But let me get to my point, which was that.
No, never get to your point.
One thing I didn't consider that you said.
I'm going to stop you again.
Was AJ. Imagine
just to prevent you from getting to your point.
Imagine new characters. I didn't even think about that as a possibility, but that would be
in Marvel 2, yeah,
crazy. That would be crazy. Like, okay, fine. I brought it up only because you thought of it, but since you thought it, who would you want? Name like your top
3 Magnetos.
No, characters that aren't in Marvel 2.
I know.
A lot of characters in Marvel 2. There are a shitload of in that game. But
I'd probably change my mind, but you're putting me on the spot. So you're definitely putting me.
I'll take.
God, every character I liked in Marvel 2 is Marvel 2, but I guess if I really
Amingo Jr. and Mrs. Amingo or Mr. Amingo,
know it, and that
you can have a husband out there. Sorry if anyone listening can hear my dog barking in the background.
I can. That's your doggy?
Yeah. God damn it, that's Leonidas. All right. Anyway, go on.
Okay. God, don't ask. You're putting me on blast. Okay, I got it.
I put his ass on blast. Nice, I like
Carnage.
that.
I would say Carnage.
Carnage?
Again, my mind's probably gonna change. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're putting me on blast, so I'm thinking. And Doctor Strange, I would love to see. You know what? I take it back.
Doctor Strange is a great option.
Dormammu, Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I would love to see both of those.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I'm taking it back.
Oh my God.
I'm going to say
Doctor top Strange 2, not top 4.
But I'm taking back what I'm saying. Doctor Strange, Winter Soldier.
Yo.
Because Winter Soldier is sick in MVCI.
Yes, he is.
Wait. There's Frank.
Oh my God, he's out of control.
I'm playing.
You're giving me a heart attack right now. Oh my God. Jesus
I think Winter
Christ.
Soldier is really interesting, and I don't think he's a Cable clone. So
He's not a Cable clone. No.
yeah.
No, absolutely not. I mean, especially because he has a freaking machine gun. No. And he's got the fist too. Hell no. Winter Soldier is too tight in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But
How much
yeah.
more of that beer do you got before I follow up
Oh,
my question?
let's finish it.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So let's finish this real quick. I'm going to pause the episode. We'll be right back. I got to get my dog inside because it's driving me crazy. We'll be right back. Bye. All right. Alive for a moment. I'm going to chug this real quick just for the sake of showing it on camera, and then we'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Here we go. Yep. And it's gone. Magic.
All right.
No, I'm playing. So, AJ, besides Beautiful Joe, what 2 characters would you put in Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
Okay. Then how about Sylvia from Beautiful Joe? Obviously.
Okay.
And then I would say Amaterasu as well.
Would you have said Beautiful Joe though? Did I guess right?
Yeah, I think definitely Beautiful Joe.
Yeah.
He's just
you got me
cool.
to like the character.
Nice.
I mean, I like playing the character.
I mean, I like him because one, he's kind of badass, but also he just has he's a silly character. The character is very like silly sense of humor. Come on. Yeah, the voice actor is awesome. He's so cool.
I'm surprised he didn't say Nova either.
Oh, I should have. Okay, fine. I replace Amaterasu with Nova. That would be cool. There's enough flyers in the game, though. We don't need more flyers. We should mix it up.
He's like box dash.
That's true.
I don't think there's any box dash characters in Marvel too.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I think you might be right about that. I don't know much about that game in particular, but I can't think of a time where I saw a character fly like this without and stuff like that.
That's called being traumatized.
Right? Oh, yes. Believe me. All right. Ooh. So the next one, tell the people.
This one has lactose. I'm going to get all the bethos.
It does have lactose?
Yep. Oh. Lactose sugar.
Nice.
Okay. This is mint condition. Ooh, AJ.
I'm on a roll tonight.
Yeah, you're good. Mint condition by Bottle Logic?
Yep.
12%, AJ.
Like I said,
I don't know if I like doing these stout episodes.
I know. This time we're going for 2. So, and yeah, we're going to be obliterated by the end of this. If we weren't slurring yet, we will be.
By the end of this one, yeah.
Yep, very soon.
Imperial Stout brewed with mint, cacao nibs, and lactose sugar.
We'll see what that means. But just for reference right now, yo, holy shit.
I do have to say that I've had this before.
Okay.
I got it. It caught my eye because it's mint, and I love mint chip ice cream, and I believe this is actually themed. It's supposed to be mint chip ice cream. I'm pretty sure I've read that before.
If you look at go ahead.
Mint and chip ice cream inspired Imperial Stout. Caught my eye. I said, why the hell not? I'm starting to kind of like stouts now. This one's more darker than the other one, AJ.
You think so?
I think so.
It's all dark to me, man. I just it's all motor oil at this point.
Oh, I smell stout with like a tiny bit of mint.
I'm getting a little bit. Should we dip the nose just to be thorough in this? Let's dip the beak a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't. HD camera might pick that up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I got a little taste of mint when I did that. Nice. Just a nib.
I got a whole lot of nose taste on my stout.
Are you one of those freaks of nature that can lick their own nose?
Actually, I am.
Do it.
Wait, I haven't done it in a very long time.
I don't think I've ever seen you do this.
It's only right here that I can get.
That's a weird tongue. Oh wow. No wonder you and Yvonne have lasted so long. God damn. That makes a lot of sense. On that note,
I'm going to get hit now, AJ.
Did she hear that? Oh, no.
She saw the tongue. And she saw you, so she don't know what's going on.
Whoa. Yeah, that's different.
We're good.
I'm different. I'm different is what this beer is saying to me right now. Wow. So you get like that initial Imperial Stout flavor immediately, and then quickly after you get that mint right at the tail end.
You get that mint, and it hits you. It's not even like Slight mint, you're drinking mint.
It tastes like mint and chip chocolate ice cream, kind of like that.
Now, AJ, I have to remind you to tell me a question. I'm a little intoxicated now, but now I have another follow-up question that
Please do. Just remember to remind you later. That's all.
And I wasn't even done talking about my PS5 stuff. So,
oh sure, whatever you want.
Favorite Rite Aid ice cream? Tell me now.
Oh my God, I have not done thrifty ice cream at Rite Aid.
Yep. You get 2 scoops. What are they?
Strawberry, of course.
Oh.
No, I dig strawberry, especially if it has the chunks in there, which it does at Rite Aid thrifty ice cream.
Bad choice, but
good question. Wow, we're doing deep cuts into my childhood right now. I love you for that. Yeah, strawberry for sure, because I'm a good human being, like contrary to what you said about me earlier.
Fruit for ice cream? Ice cream.
Yes.
That's supposed to give you diabetes. Eat the goddamn fruit.
It's good. That's where I get my fruit intake from, is from ice cream that has chunks of fruit in it. Okay, isn't that how it works?
I just don't get it. Fruit's healthy for you, but you want it in an unhealthy way.
It adds some extra flavor to it. It makes me feel better about my dietary choices.
Get that shit out.
All right, see here.
Let's hear your second bad choice, Mr. Beautiful Joe.
God. Oh man, hey, who's an awesome character, by the way.
I love him, man.
I can't wait to see him in 2D sprites, if that ever is a thing. Wouldn't that be sick? I mean, obviously, we would be totally fine with them just remaking the game or remastering the game without anything new.
3D. I want it in 3D.
Oh, do you?
Or 2D, 3D.
I'd be fine with them just re-releasing it on modern day consoles. But if they're gonna remaster it, that would be epic.
Play like Marvel 2.
And freaking beef up the amazing soundtrack the game already has.
No, leave it the way it is, bro.
I just want to feel a little more bass when they're taking me for a ride. That's all. Anyway. Oh, now I feel like I'm watching Trigun or Cowboy Bebop. Oh, damn. Oh, too amazing anime. But anyway, back to your ice cream question. Goddamn, strawberry. And I'm pretty vanilla, so I'm going to say vanilla. Chocolate, maybe?
I don't know if I can do this podcast with you anymore. I feel like every episode, I just find more and more out about you, and I just...
It's not even every episode. Every time we ever hang out, you always find more reasons not to want to be my friend.
Strawberry and vanilla.
That's 2/3 Neapolitan.
Strawberry and vanilla.
Okay,
you're bringing that into the argument. The most basic ice cream you can get.
But it's a variety of flavor.
Of basics. It's a variety of basics.
That touche. Okay, fine. I'll give you what 7-year-old AJ would have said. How about that? We'll go to what 7-year-old AJ would have said. He would have said, hands down, strawberry and rainbow sherbet. That's what I would have said. Rainbow sherbet all day.
Sherbet.
You don't like rainbow sherbet? What the fuck's wrong with rainbow sherbet?
You know what, AJ?
Fuck you.
I can't talk about
I'm out of this podcast now. I don't want to be your friend. Don't like rainbow sherbet. What's wrong with sherbet? I'm blowing out the headphone users right now.
AJ, I think this is the first time you're ever going to hear me say it like this. You're basic.
It's not the first time, so go fuck yourself. Oh my God. Okay. Ice cream prodigy, ice cream god. What are the top 2 flavors for Don? Go on. What do you got?
Mint chip, Rocky Road. I didn't even think about it. You picked the most basic flavors, and it took you that long to pick them.
What's wrong with rainbow sherbet? I still don't understand. Is rainbow sherbet that basic?
You got butter pecan. You got cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream is good. I never considered
Rocky
that.
Road, mint chip, chocolate. They got a peanut butter one. I don't know.
Ooh, peanut butter is good. Yeah. That's me. Rainbow sherbet all the way for sure. And some strawberry ice cream.
Strawberry ice cream.
Rocky Road's good, but I also don't want my diabetes guaranteed. I want to at least feel like I have a chance. I could run this off for a while. In 3 days, that sugar intake I just had, it's good. It's going to be gone eventually. Rather than Rocky Road, you're talking about chocolate. You're talking about caramel probably. You're talking about straight sugar and solid sugar in marshmallow.
You're working out to eat bad strawberries. Eat good strawberries and don't work out. Problem solved.
I swear they're organic. I swear. Yeah, right.
Some bullshit. Okay, well, this is the last thing I'm going to say.
That was heated. Mm-hmm.
Do you? Yeah, friendship almost ended, but I forgave you.
On a tightrope walk, for sure. We're teetering, my friend.
Have you seen that fighting game companies are starting to make their online better?
Yeah,
Tekken's
like they
doing it.
They just did.
Guilty Gear was the other one.
Guilty Gear Strive has said that they are going to. So yeah, Arxis Games is going to make sure it's rollback netcode, and apparently the connection was pretty good for the most part. Tekken 7, Bandai Namco, I should say. God damn, they just released Tekken 7 Season 4 yesterday, with God damn it. Anyway, I couldn't think of the character's name. But anyway, I love her because I liked her a lot in Tekken Tag 2 and also Tekken 6. She was really awesome. But anyway, Kunimitsu, thank you. Anyway, yeah, they just released that the game is now updated to have rollback netcode, which is awesome. And on top of that, they have a wireless connection indicator to where if you know it'll let you know if your opponent is using wired connection or not. Which, for those who may be unfamiliar,
it's a ratting system.
Essentially, so it's like, I'm not gonna play that guy. Nope.
So does that mean you can set your settings to only play to people who are connected?
I don't know about that far. All I know is that there is the snitching system if you want it. If you don't want to deal with that,
you agree with the name too.
I'm one of those guys that uses Wi-Fi because I don't have a 70-foot Ethernet
I won't play
cable.
with you. Buy one.
I should.
No, that's too long.
Yeah. I mean, I'm where my console's set up. It's in this den that's as far away from the router. So, I mean, yeah. But still, I'm excited though.
So, new follow-up question. How does the PlayStation pick up the Wi-Fi?
It's all right. It's better than the PS4.
So.
The PS4 was awful about it for whatever reason. But now, not a problem. Like, one thing that sucked about my PS4, and I don't know if this is for everyone, but my PS4 was only, like, I guess maybe 40 feet away, 30 feet away from the router. But every time I would turn on the console, you go to any specific game, like, let's say Tekken 7, for example. You hover your but okay, like you're searching through your apps. You land on Tekken 7. If you hold it there for a minute, it'll start loading the PlayStation Store stuff. It'll say like, "Hey, there's DLC. Would you like to purchase some?" Blah 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 blah. It'll show, "Hey, there's game clips. There's people streaming this game." The only thing is on my PS4, I would say like 50% of the time, it would either populate that information or it wouldn't, which was really annoying. And also, about probably 75% of the time, I wouldn't be able to access the PlayStation Store easily. Like, I would have to restart my console to where it would reobtain the IP address and then connect to my internet well. And my internet speed isn't awful, but for whatever reason, it did not want to connect. Now, when I'm in the den where I'm recording right now, it was a nightmare. It just would not connect to my router whatsoever. My Xbox One would be right next to it, like we're talking 5 inches away, connect no problem. Play online, no problem. But the PS5 today had no problems, other than games took about 30 minutes to download and install, which I couldn't complain about. I'll live
crazy.
with it.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. It was all right. I would prefer shorter times, but I don't have a dedicated router in this den right now, so perhaps in the future.
All right.
Does that answer your question?
I don't know.
We got serious just for a minute. So to turn that around, I'm going to remind myself.
That's what I was going to.
That I have a question for you.
But before you do that, I do have another question.
God damn it, John.
How is that PS5 control?
It's nice. It's nice. I actually have it right here.
Let me see it. Do it slow, though. Do it slow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yep, slower. Whoa!
It's in 3D.
It's in 3D.
Whoa, bro! We've got the PS5 controller in 3D right here in your fucking face. But anyway, it's
And
really
I'm just
nice.
sitting there, babe. I want the new control.
No, it's nice. It has like a nice bit of textured grip right in here, so that way you don't have to worry about your palms getting sweaty when you're in a heated first-person shooter match or anything like that. There's nice like Xbox One X-esque gripping around the control sticks. I think they took some inspiration from Xbox One in that regard. The buttons fit nicely. It feels even better than, well, possibly better. I think it's going to take a little getting used to. It's almost as good as the PS4 controller, which the PS4 controller, I will say, was not very attractive looking, but it fit really well in one's hand. This one's a little bit wider, I think, but it also is nice. The PlayStation button, or the home button, I should say, you can't really see it very well in this lighting, but it's right here. It's a little small, but otherwise, and you get the control sticks that are kind of in the way, the analog sticks, but otherwise it's nice. You get your touchpad right here, same as before. You can click that in. It's a super nice controller. I love it. It's super clean, well done. It feels next gen. Is it your favorite
controller?
I mean, I don't have an Xbox Series X controller yet, but I would say it's pretty up there. It's pretty up there. I think the PlayStation 4 controller is better, though. Probably.
Cool.
In my opinion. I don't know. Give me like a few months playing with this thing, like long slogs of gaming, and then I'll let you know. I'll update you then. But otherwise, I think it's still a super good controller. There's a slight bit of resistance in the analog sticks to where you're not going to like loosen them up right away. Yeah, just a little bit. You don't want to
loose right away.
Nah. You gotta build. You gotta earn that.
Yep. Makes sense. Appreciate that.
You gotta push the envelope in order to get a little resistance. Yes. But otherwise, I'm digging it. I'm excited. It was a good investment. I look forward to. I look forward to experiencing more with what the PS5 has to offer in the very near future. We'll see.
Okay, cool. Now you can ask your question, AJ. I'm all done.
All right. So a few nights ago, this is something we didn't talk about last episode, which we totally could have. It certainly would have spiced it up. So I'm asking now, though. So John,
no comment.
You totally can bypass this question. It's borderline very inappropriate. This might have been a only among friends conversation, but the listeners, the viewers, they're friends too. You mentioned a little threesome situation recently. Would you mind explaining that again? Because I was a little intoxicated when you brought it up the first time. I would love it, and I'm sure the listeners would love it if you could just rehash that, please.
I'm gonna keep it as PG as possible,
while still at least letting them know what happened.
So, one time in my life.
How recent was it?
Recently enough.
It's fresh. Okay.
Fresh enough. The memory's still there. The dirty was happening. And then an unwanted chihuahua.
Oh my God.
Just creeps in and gets comfy. And there was definitely skin on fur. And let's say we were all howling at the end of that night.
Oh my God. Okay. Could you, just to make sure that people don't assume the worst about you and your love partner, how would you, what do you mean by they
one of a kind, never again, but approved? Yelp 5 stars.
Jesus Christ. That's you. What? Top level. No. But what did the dog do?
She just got up in the business. She
what
likes
do you mean
to cuddle.
by that?
She loves to cuddle.
Okay.
Doesn't know anything that's going on. She just loves to cuddle. So whenever she sees skin, she just gets warm.
She'll just snuggle up against you?
Just snuggle up. She doesn't care what's going on.
So she's just like, oh, you guys are getting warm? I want to get warm too.
A weekend concert could be going on, and she would get comfy next to somebody. But who wouldn't? It's the weekend, right?
Yeah. It's a good comparison.
Again, 5-star Yelp review.
I just really appreciate your honesty in that moment. That's really good. So yeah, essentially the dog freaking snuggled up with you, thinking you guys are just cuddling, not realizing what was really going down. I just wanted to
Parenthood,
get warm with you.
Mommy and daddy were wrestling.
Yeah. I don't like it when mommy and daddy fight.
Can you come up with a different one?
No.
Mommy and daddy were wrestling is your go-to?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Oh, I know we were wrestling. Let's jump in. That's what your dog thought. Oh, I'm sorry, her dog. My bad.
Our dog.
Oh, yeah. Now that's true. Actually.
We're a unit.
Yeah, you are a unit of 3 for sure. In the sheets and out of.
How are you enjoying this beer, AJ?
I'm enjoying it. It's super nice.
It's going down smooth. I don't know if I like this podcast. It's turning me on to stouts.
I know, right?
My sworn enemy.
Mm-hmm. Look at us now. Look at us. Look at us.
Look at that pinky. Short. Look at this. So, AJ.
What's up, dude?
I got to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Since we were on the subject of PS5s and Marvels and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
What do you want to see remade on the PS5?
Remade? Oh, remade. Shit.
And it doesn't need to be fighting games. Just something that hasn't been remade yet. And it can even be a PS3 game that you want to see, a sequel to on the PS5.
Shit.
Or it can be a remake.
That's so crazy.
What's your dream game?
A dream game?
Mine is another Marvel vs. Capcom.
My dream game would not land on a PlayStation console. That's the problem. Okay. I want like a freaking somewhat MMO Pokemon game. That's what I would want with like
goddamn nerd.
Amazing graphics. We're talking minimum 60 frames per second in 4K. That's my dream game. But more realistically on a PlayStation, oh my god!
Is this because I whooped your ass at Yu-Gi-Oh?
That would be a really cool game. So I would not mind if they did a new Yu-Gi-Oh game on PlayStation 5, because they did release one recently, which is called Legacy of the Duelist, but it's super bare bones, like really bad bare bones, to where like from what I remember playing, there's like no animations or very limited animations. Like if you're like Obelisk the Tormentor, there's not like some grandiose like cinematic.
You just play the card down and you're gonna go.
And that's it. That's
kind of what happened when we were playing Duelist Network. Is that
Dueling Network? When we were on DN?
It was just our imagination, and I didn't even need the imagination. It was just like
that inner shit talking for sure.
We knew when we were salty. We knew. We would both be like, God, when we'd activate like the big eye.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember. I just remember Big Eye because I know that was like a top card when we were playing.
It was a terrible Xyz monster. Yeah, it was built very well, and it happened to be somewhat compatible with Mermail when I was playing it as well. Yeah,
it was compatible with any deck if you knew what you were doing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I do not doubt that. But that was a very broken card. I forgot about that card actually. But yeah,
that card was going for like $75. I remember when we were into it,
and I was really tempted to buy it at that price too, but I never did.
Do you think you didn't because I never got into buying cards?
That was a big part of it. Yeah, that was a big part of it, because I was like, well, do I really need it that bad if I'm not going to be playing John with it? And I know that you and I we hinted at the idea. We talked around the idea of doing tournaments one day, and that was really fun. But then I was like, oh well, if he's not going to buy into it, then we always have Dueling Network together.
It was too expensive back then, and it's still too expensive now for me, man. To build any decent deck, that's going to cost me hundreds of dollars. That can go towards something, computer, TV, maybe paint the scratches I put on my car, something different.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a very adult boy thing.
And it's awful to play a card game knowing that you could be good, but you're not because you can't afford the cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like that's the shitty. That's the really shitty thing about card games. You either need to be really lucky or you're gonna spend a lot of money on these decks that you want.
True. I mean, I would say in most every card game that's out there nowadays, though, there are usually like low tier ideas that work similar to fighting games and such. You don't have to use the top tier team to make a team amazing. You could use an oddball team that has Firebrand, for example, in Marvel 3, to where all of a sudden that character's broken as fuck and shit. And same thing with card games. There are just low tier decks that are not as popular, but you might have to work a little harder and also probably get a little more lucky every now and then with your draws in order to beat the top tier decks. But they can still win. And it also is not only about luck, but the skill of the player understanding the deck as well. You know what I mean?
You can't. I think in a fighting game, you're choosing to play Firebrand.
Yes.
Because you want to pick the character, not because it's your only option. I think that's what gives people kind of the drive. And I guess there are people who can't afford big decks that their drive is small. I mean, the deck I came up with for the most part was, I don't think, really mainstream, right?
I wouldn't say so. No, some cards were meta relevant, for sure, but at the same time, not all of them by far and away. Only some were. So that was a really good example of like, oh yeah, here's this like low to mid tier deck with some top tier cards sprinkled in it that were able to beat a top tier deck pretty darn well. So there you go, little sprinkled
sprinkles. This is so smooth. I'm already like more than.
Oh yeah, I'm about done with this. I think it's about time that we get into the game that I thought of the other day that we talked about.
I don't know if I can do this. I have one song.
Okay,
but I want you to go first. I need your example.
Okay, yeah, I figured I would do that. So with that, I'll get right into it. I'm calling this one Lovely Lyrics. So
Lovely Lyrics.
Lovely Lyrics. So essentially how this game is going to work is we're going to choose relatively popular songs throughout history, and we're going to read them back to each other in perhaps a way that may not give away what the song
throughout history, or the ones that we know.
I would imagine that they're, again, relatively popular songs in general, to where I think we're going to be able to guess. Like, I think
we would be able to guess each other's songs.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know the songs. I mean, I'm not picking a Miami Horror song, but I don't think everybody would know Miami Horror.
Exactly. That's why I think we should at least start off the game with like relatively popular songs.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to be doing right now. If you have any suggestions on songs and portions of lyrics that we're going to be using in the future, let us know at beerbellypod on Twitter and Instagram. You can even email us, beerbellypod@gmail.com. Again, hit us up. Let us know what song portions we should use. We might throw in portions of a verse or chorus, something like that. So I had my spot picked out, and I scrolled right to it, but now I cannot find it because I'm in a very buzzed.
Because you're a little intoxicated?
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm trying to find okay, I found it. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be rough. All right. Have you ever made love to a thug in the club with his sights on? 87 jeans and a fresh pair of Nikes on the couch, on the table, on the bar, or on the floor. You can meet me in the bathroom. Yeah, you know I'm trying to go. There you go.
Wow. I have no fucking clue. Holy shit.
No idea?
You were practicing this.
I didn't. Well, I practiced it for 1 second right before we started, and Cynthia was laughing at me like, what the fuck are you doing?
Let's do it again.
Okay, you want me to do it like that all over again?
All over again.
Oh, geez, I
think if you just read it off, it's a little easier to.
You want me to just read it normal, vanilla?
No, I think if you read it vanilla, it's a little easier to tell what the song is.
Oh, that's why I'm making it so like, I think the way we need to read it is a way that will throw off from what the original version sounds like, which is why I'm being dumb right now.
Yeah, that's why I don't want you to read it vanilla. I want you to do it with how you did it.
Okay, sounds good then. All right. Same accent?
Same accent.
All right. I'll try to do that again. Let's see. So, have you ever made love to a thug in the club with his sights on? 87 jeans and a fresh pair of Nikes on the couch, on the table, on the bar, or the floor. You can meet me in the bathroom. Yeah, you know I'm trying to go.
Nope. No idea.
All right. Again, if you have any suggestions on portions of songs we should use at Beer Belly Pod on social media, let us know. Hit us up. Okay, do you want me to give it away?
Yeah.
Okay. You might feel a little silly when I read it to you, but it's Make Love in This Club by Usher featuring Young Jeezy.
Yeah, you picked the song. I have no idea.
Wanna make love in this club, in this club, in this club. No? Don't know that song?
You're singing it now, and no, AJ.
You don't know that song?
No.
Are you serious? No way.
That was an easy one.
That I was gonna say. I thought that was an easy one.
Hey, let her know she's not a part of this podcast.
John said, "Hey, you're not a part of this podcast." All right. Do you have yours, sir?
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna do as good as you.
No, that's okay. You're fine.
You planned it, yeah.
Yeah, it was my idea. You're okay. But
now I'm trying to think how I'm gonna do this. Now I want to have fun with it.
Yeah, you should. We're being dumb. Have fun with it. People cheer him on from your speakers.
AJ, I'm calling you. Ring, ring.
What's up, dude? What's up, baby? You can't even get through it.
Why you gotta pick up the phone like that?
What's up, baby?
AJ, I want you to know that I'm sad that we split. And I hate that you're still happy. What I give to you was more than memories. What you took from me was worth anything.
Is that it? Is that all you have to say?
And you're a fat
whore. Something tells me that is not part of lyrics.
Go
fuck yourself. Ging. Okay. What you gave to me wasn't worth anything. That is fucking This Wildlife. Yeah, This Wildlife.
Yeah.
And the song, yeah.
History. Oh, I told you.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah. It took me a moment though. When you first started, I was like, wait, I know these lyrics, but what is it from? What is it from? So John had a great one. If this may not be a general knowledge band, but there's a band called This Wildlife. They have a song called History. Go listen to that fucking band. Listen to that song. It's beautiful. It's sad. It's gorgeous. Have fun with it. It's edgy as shit. It's tight.
Edgy.
Yeah. In a good way. But no. Good pick, sir. Good pick. All right. Do you want to try round 2 or are you done? Are you good for this one?
That was the only one I actually looked at and tried to practice, to be honest with you. I was like, this is a little harder than I thought it was going to be.
All right.
And I was seeing you do an accent, but I kind of want you to do your second one.
Should I save it for next time, or do you want me to just do it just for the sake
I think you can come up with 2 more.
I appreciate your faith in me. All right.
No, I'm sure you can.
All right. Here's another one. I'm probably going to be reusing accents throughout.
Take a big swig out of this before you do it.
I just took a drink.
I think you should do one more.
I think you're right. All right. Yeah,
I'll join you.
All right. Okay. Cheers. All right. Oh, okay. So I could not think of how I wanted to say this one, and then it came to me right as we were starting earlier. And I don't know if I can replicate it again, but I'll try my best. I'm probably gonna be a little weird about it, but anyway, let's try this again. Okay. One more time for the crowd. Okay. I don't even remember how I was gonna read this. I had an idea too.
You're intoxicated.
Yeah, that's absolutely the case. I'm just gonna go for it. Fuck it. Please tell me, baby, how do I go on if you never leave? Baby, you would take away everything. I need you with me. Baby.
You okay, AJ?
No. Baby, don't you know everything good in my life? And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want to know, how do I breathe without you if you ever go? How
Oh,
do
that's an
I
easy
ever,
one.
ever
Yeah.
survive? How do I, how do I, oh, how do I live? Go on. That wasn't the accent I had in mind, but it with my drunken stupor, it stooped down to that level. That's how bad it was. So I apologize to everyone. What's the name of the song? It's very easy, like you said.
The Jackson's 5. Santa Claus is coming in town.
Close, very close. You son of a bitch.
I don't know the name. It's Celine Dion.
In that era of like the '90s,
What?
early 2000s. Yeah,
I know the song.
it's a
Who
female
doesn't? If you
artist.
were
You're
born
correct
in
in
the
that
year.
realm. She was
How
kind of
do I
like
know?
country pop.
How do I know? Is that what it's called? I don't know the actual name of the song.
It's called "How Do I Live Without You,"
How do I live without you?
and I believe it's by Leanne Rhymes. Thank you.
Hey, let her know she's not a part of this podcast, AJ.
He's reminding you again. You're not part of this. She's so excited. She's laughing her ass off right now.
Sucking John.
We just
Does she want to do this job? Does she want to sit there and get drunk and talk with you all day?
You know what I look forward to? A day where I'm somehow away, Cynthia is here, and then you two have to do an episode together. I think that's
It's
what
just
the
gonna be
people
arguing.
want.
It's just gonna be screaming at each other for 20 minutes.
I have no problem with that. I want you guys. I want you guys at each other's throats.
All right, AJ, you ready to?
Yeah, that's been a round of, again, lovely lyrics. Any suggestions you guys
lyrics.
have, again, at BeerBellyPod on Twitter and Instagram, beerbellypod@gmail.com. Let us fucking know. On that note, let's finish this beer, dude.
Cheers.
Cheers, my baby.
Mm.
Oh, that's a thick ass.
I'm enjoying stouts a lot more. That's not good. That's not good at all.
It's good, but it's not good for
That's
you.
bad.
The thing is, they're so damn potent. Mathematically, I think we've done about 23.3% alcohol today within a span of about an hour. So that's great. That's great. There it is.
There it is. I still think you have tonight's title, though.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You know what? That's another thing we should have. Let's have. I mean, I think we should say who gets the title, but also I want the audience's opinion as well. Obviously. So again, let us know
a little bitch, bro.
Who is the champion, who has the title, who owns the belt by the end of each episode. We need to know. Please follow us on your favorite social media platform. Again, we're available on YouTube if you want to watch the video episodes, which I'd recommend, and I prefer to
watch our beautiful faces.
Digest this show on, which is just search Beer Belly Podcast. You'll see our dumb faces in the thumbnail and such. And also, you can find us on any podcast app, probably the one you're listening to us on us right now. But I mean, there's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor FM, all sorts of things, whatever you preferred. Podcast Addict is my personal podcast app of choice.
Mine too.
So there you go. We're not even sponsored by them, but we'll say so. Also, by the way, if you want to sponsor this show, maybe you have a small business that you want us to promote, hit us up. Again, email us, beerbellypod@gmail.com. Slide into our DMs ever so lovingly, if you will, on social media. And let's start a conversation. If there's something you want us to unbox during the show that we can show off to the people, again, hit us up. I would love to be able to talk about it and show it off. Yeah, that would be great. John, we haven't done this in a while. This was once a tradition, and we need to bring it back. We need your parting words of wisdom, sir.
Mint and chip ice cream is the best ice cream you can get at Thrifty's / the best stout you will ever drink in your life. Mint and chip ice cream rules all. If you disagree with me, you are wrong. Mint and chip, mint and chip, mint and chip.
And I have to hold that. This has been an episode of Beer Belly. Thank you so much. Have a great one. We love you. Fuck you, John, for your tasting ice cream and for hitting on mine.
You basic bitch.
Bye-bye. Bye!
You basic bitch, AJ. I want you to know that.
I hate that you hate on my taste of ice cream. I never knew this about you. Never did.
Now you know. This is the last episode of Beer Belly.